Hey guys, I'm making these quick videos to kind of act like a lesson for you guys, but also to be your notes. Okay, so this week is going to be kind of goofy. Moving forward, a lot of things are going to be. This week in particular is going to be a little odd because today I can't be in class. And a lot of the juniors are taking the PSAT, so I have to be over there with them. Today, what I want you guys to do, watch this video about drills and drivers. All right, yesterday, you should have completed an assignment where you guys were researching different kinds of drills, drivers, brands, prices, accessories, all that kind of stuff, just so that you had a little introduction to the lesson for today. And then moving forward on Friday, we're going to take a quiz on the safety rules. So very similar to how class has been going, where you finish your week with the safety quiz on the tool that we kind of looked at that week. This week is a little different because I have kids in the building and we're working in the shop. So it's almost going to be a little bit more asynchronous, a little bit more independent. So on you guys, really take your own notes, watch these videos, do your research, do your assignments so that you're ready for your quiz on Friday. Then ultimately, you'll be ready to come in the shop when it's your week to work with some of the tools and do some of the projects that you're doing. So it's very important that you guys pay attention to these videos and that you take your notes. So on Fridays, ready for your quiz. All right. So in this video, what I want to do is focus in on drills and drivers. So you should have a little bit of background knowledge after doing the assignment yesterday. All right, so right here, I've got a cordless drill. Right here, I've got a cordless driver. All right, I'm going to try to keep these separate because they are very different tools. Now, a lot of the things on them, a lot of the parts to them are the same, but they are very different. Right off the bat, I want to point out that the drill looks much bigger than the driver. But you can usually tell that the driver because it's small. Let's talk about parts. Okay, so here's the drill. We're going to focus on the drill first. We've got our handle and our trigger, right? And then there's a battery on the bottom. This is cordless. We have a battery. Now the biggest parts that I want to focus on are the trigger. Right? The trigger, it's sensitive, right? So if I pull it just a little tiny bit, you'll see the drill actually spinning very slowly. But if I pull it all the way, you'll see it spins a lot faster. Right? Okay. So the trigger is pressure sensitive. You can pull it slowly to go slow or fast to go fast. So pressure sensitive trigger. The next part that I want to point out is actually this small button right here. If I turn the drill around, see the same button on the other side. Now what this button does is it not only acts like a safety, if I kind of push it into the middle between the drills, I can't pull the trigger. So it's like a safety. But what it does is it changes the direction that the drill is spinning. So if I push it forward on my finger side, so finger side, the drill will spin clockwise. Right? And clockwise will help me go forward when I'm drilling. If I push it on my thumb side, so with my thumb in, the drill actually spins the other direction, so counterclockwise. All right, and what that will do will help me pull my drill bit out. So not only do we have a pressure-sensitive trigger, right, changes the speed, but we can change the direction the drill is turning. Right? So finger side forward, I would think F and F, finger forward, thumb side reverse. And so if I'm drilling a hole, I got to make sure I'm on the finger side with this button. Now, the driver has the exact same parts, right? We still have a battery. Now, this is a bigger battery. We have a pressure-sensitive trigger. Pressure-sensitive, so if I pull it a little bit, it goes slow. If I pull it all the way, it goes really fast. And it's got the same two buttons, here, right? And they work the same way. Finger side is forward, thumb side is backwards. So same, the two tools work the same way right now, right? Same part so far. Now let's talk about what's different between the two and why the drill and the driver are completely different. All right, so when you look at the two tools, the drill has this big piece on the front, the driver doesn't. That's the big difference visually between them. Talk about what those are. So what this piece is actually called is a chuck. All right, C-H-U-C-K, chuck, like your Uncle Chuck. right? The chuck is responsible for holding the bit. So one of those questions on your assignment yesterday was, what are some accessories that you might have to buy for a drill or a driver? One of those accessories would be a bit. And a bit is a whole bunch of different kinds of bits. So these are just regular old drill bits. I can drill a hole with this. The regular drill bits, you know what they are because they're kind of spirally. They come in all different kinds of sizes, right? I have a small one for a small hole. I've got a big one for a bigger one. I also have these kinds of bits. They're like much bigger. Here's a really big one. This one is 1 1/4 inch. These are called spade bits. S-P-A-D-E, spade. All right. A spade is another name for a shovel. So if you want to think like, you know, this kind of looks like a shovel. It's got the handle and then the big fat part. Think of these like shovels. Right? These are used for much bigger holes, but they create really rough holes. The drill bit is going to be really smooth on the inside. The spade bit, I can get bigger. The hole is going to not be super smooth. Spade bits. The last kind of bit that I want to show you guys right here. And they look like this. Really, really kind of aggressive, big teeth on this thing. All right, this is called a Forstner bit. Forstner. I'll hold this one up. You can see it. All right, Forstner. F-O-R-S-T-N-E-R. Forstner bit. These are used to create really, really good, perfect circles. With the spade bit, it may not be perfectly like on the inside. The drill bit, it may not be perfectly like straight. With the Forstner bit, you know you're kind of getting the best of both worlds, but these are kind of hard to use. You don't use them a ton. But I wanted to make a point that there are 3 different kinds of bits. Right? So regular drill bits, spade bits, Forstner bits. All right, I'm going to kill this video right here because it's been kind of long. I'm going to start another video where I show you guys how to use the chuck on both of the tools, and then we're going to talk about the actual safety rules when we're drilling. So I will see you guys in the next video just to kind of break this up a little bit.